What's going on, guys? This is Cole, aka Proximity, bringing you another skill jump tutorial video, this time on the map Recurve, the big team battle map. This is going to be a little bit different for me because normally I'm explaining jumps on competitive maps and also going through the practicality of them and when they are good to be used in certain situations. But for this, it's going to be a little bit different because, you know, though big team is ranked, it's not a competitive playlist. And if you think big team's competitive, then I feel bad for you. But this one actually, the first one I'm about to show you, is actually something you could use for like an effective strategy in game. And let's say you're playing strongholds on this map, and one of the strongholds is at either base here. If you're on this side of the base with this larger platform, it's possible on the other side, but it's very, very difficult. Let's say you were contesting the stronghold, or the other team is trying to take it from you, and you were weak. Let's say you're on the defensive side of it. They're in the middle of capping it. You're in the middle of an engagement. They make you weak. A good thing to do here, if you jump off to this platform, you can sprint, jump, and thruster up back here, and immediately jump back up, and then you can continue to contest it. You could do that without getting your shields back. That guy, whoever would be shooting at you, would just completely forget about you, no doubt, and it'd be a much easier contest for you. If there's already some commotion going on the top of this base, then that's probably not going to work out too well. So that's a pretty contextual thing, but that's a super nice little jump. This other side is possible. It's very awkward, though, because you don't have a lot of room. You get a sprint and jump, and then do it like that. So I ended up getting it. I tried that a bunch and I kept on messing it up, but we were able to do that. But a lot of these jumps in this map are done off these rocks, which you can pretty much figure out a lot of them just by looking at them. Almost every single rock is able to be jumped off of, but if you wanted to push up to this red turret spot without going around the backside, let's say there's a guy on the turret, you could just jump up these rocks here and then clamber up the front, you know, melee him off of it. That's a nice little jump. I just jumped around this map for a good 20 minutes or so, trying to find a bunch of neat little things. I had this map specifically requested, so I was trying to find a couple of nice things, and I did find a few that I feel like are pretty useful. So let's say that snipe is up, like you know, it is right now, and that's obviously a big eye catcher for a lot of players. A lot of people want to get to that snipe and, you know, be able to use it, try to get some big multi-kills and stuff. If you're top mid, there's actually a pretty quick way to get there. You can jump and mantle this, jump to these rocks. If you hit your jump right, you can do that and then clamber up, and then if you're here, you're able to jump and clamber in. So that's a really fast way to get up there. If you're in top mid when it's about to drop, and you want to just get in there and get out as fast as possible, if you don't want to try to like take control of the top mid area and just try to lock it down for snipe, which is obviously a little bit harder to do because there's a 30-second notifier, and you know, a lot of people are going to be storming it when they know snipe's about to be up because they all, you know, they're going to try to get it as well. That's a good way to try to get up there and be really fast about it. If I can get back up here, I'm pretty sure I clarified whether or not it was possible on the other side as well. Alright, we're not going to jump there. Let's come around to this side. Yeah, you can do it. This is actually a little bit easier because it's more elevated, so it's much easier to land up here. And then you can just jump in. These rocks, I tell you, they're all white. I don't know if they were trying to go for a snowy look or what, but they just look so bad to me. That's like the ugliest, like, untextured thing they've ever made. I feel like 343, they normally do a very good job with making their stuff look nice, but this is just ugly. So, you know, you can do those front jumps on either side. There's not any good jumps I can find back here, but one I'm going to show you guys right here. If you're looking, this is only on the blue side. It's a super good sniping spot. If you see this little one rock, you have this little archway. You need to look to the right of it, and you'll see this one little rock. You can clamber it. You're going to jump to this rock immediately next to it, and then jump and clamber here. You now have 10 seconds, but you have plenty of time. Sprint and jump across. Now you're in a safe zone. This is a pretty good sniper spot, but where I'm going to show you guys is a whole lot better. So this is the part where it's easy to mess up. It's not easy to fall off of, but there's a kill zone on that side, so make sure you stay on this right rail and only this right rail. And just gonna keep hopping along. Don't jump on this, it'll very easily kill you. So jump a thruster across, keep going. Then once you get here, you can jump up to here, and it's very easy to get killed. There's like a death zone over there. There's like a timed out zone somewhere over here. So pretty much once you get up here, just try not to move your feet at all, and you have a very, very good vantage point for the entire map. And it's especially if you were playing capture the flag and you're not on the blue team, and you can somehow get behind this blue base with the sniper without getting noticed and just gunned down, you're gonna have just a duck shooting time, have a good time just getting some easy kills with the snipe. And I've seen a couple people start using it for clips. Pretty soon, I'm sure it'll be stale. But for now, you can try to get up there and catch some people off guard before too many people catch on and start looking for it. So that's a really good spot. A little bit difficult to get up there in game, but worth a shot, absolutely, if you can get the snipe. I found a couple other jumps here to get to top mid. Over here by bottom mid, or I don't know what you want to call this little area. Mid yard is apparently what the game wants to call it. But you can jump up on either of these rocks on either side, and you can just jump and clamber right up top mid. You know, that's pretty self-explanatory, but it's a nice little route to get up to top mid if you need to. So another way to get to top mid, guys, you can do from this bottom mid area, as the game likes to call it. You can jump on these little walls here on either side, and then thruster across these little rocks, and then you can hop up to top mid. There's not a lot that goes on this map in top mid, so you know, that's just like general maneuverability. I don't really know why you would want to go there, or what would you know, inspire you to do so, but it's possible. You can jump on top of these big ass platforms. Also a terrible idea. You know, this map doesn't have a whole lot to offer as far as like super cool jumps or super neat spots, other than that big ass one that I showed you up there. That's a super good one, but otherwise, you know, there's these tricky little jumps I showed you. This is just good for flanking in general. I suppose I should mention you were able to climb up these rocks and jump and clamber this, and then you can also proceed to clamber up that. That's pretty solid. Flanking the bases, there's a couple neat little spots to do so. You know, you can start up there, run your way all the way over here, and do exactly what I just did on this side as well. But you have to kind of hit this weird little corner, and then you can do it. So, I mean, that's another nice little flank. But, you know, for the most part, it's a pretty open map. It's pretty self-explanatory. I hope some of these jumps helped. I'll show you guys one more if you'd like. I do not recommend doing this jump at all. It's referred to as by some as the Mason jump, I believe, and then other people call it the double thrust. It's extremely impractical. As I stated before, I like to you know, emphasize the practicality of jumps in my videos and when you would ever actually use them in a competitive sense. But since this is a big team battle, in the spirit of casual Halo playing, or if you're trying to montage, I'll show you this jump here. So let's say you were trying to get to the sniper and you wanted to jump off this top mid area to do so. We'll simulate. You see the snipes about to spawn. You can, you know, jump up these weird rocks that are so ugly I can't get over it. Clamber up here and jump. Now you're here and you want to be able to sprint and just fly in there. Well, if you just try to sprint jump, you'll notice that you won't be able to jump far enough. But basically, this double thrust jump, I'll do an example of one right here. You can jump, thruster, auto-stabilize, start charging your ground pound, and then thruster again. So that is a good way to get a lot of distance. That's a cool, effective way to get a lot of distance. However, if you've noticed, I'm floating in the air for a solid... Geez, I don't know. Why would it let me clamber that? Okay, you're floating in the air for a solid 4 seconds. I don't know how long it is. It's way too long. You would never, ever want to do that, especially not in a competitive game. So, that being said, you pretty much want to avoid doing that at all times. I think it's a very terrible jump. I think, yeah, it can get you a long distance, but you're never going to be able to, you know, do that in a competitive game without getting gunned down because you're just floating in the air. But if you do it properly, it's not easy to do to get in there because of the height you have to work with, but you can hit it. There we go, and you're in. So, if you ever wanted to do that, that's the Mason jump or the double thrust. Some people call it different things, and that's how you could do that to get the sniper. Once again, that's a completely like... First of all, you'd have to be top mid. Second of all, you'd have to be able to execute that properly without messing up. And third of all, you'd have to hope nobody just rapes you from freaking flying in the air. So that's all I have for you guys on this map. I hope some of this was helpful. I hope you guys can get some good stuff out of this spot over here. And yeah, subscribe for more. And I hope you guys enjoy it.